Guys, I went to Coachella last week. I got my roommate Avery like a ticket for us to go to Coachella together for his birthday. And guys, if you're wondering why my asthma is so fucking bad, did I see Yo Gabba Gabba? You fucking bet I saw Yo Gabba Gabba. Who do you think I am if I didn't see Yo Gabba Gabba? That was the best performance of the night. Shit. Let me see if I can remember every single performance that I went to see. Okay, day one, Lola Young. So she was like, cause I'm too mushy, and then I'm too fucking quaint. You know, like the cursive singing British girl. I wanted to see her because I wanted to hear that song and sing it with her, but in cursive. So we went to Lola Young. What was next? Oh, Marina. I think after Marina I think it was Lisa after that. And then it was Marina and then the Marias. I had to go to the Marias. You know, they're the reason why Hush is a song. You know, guys, they're the reason why we have Hush. They made the original Hush, Boys and Squirrels. Yeah, and then we saw Lisa. And then we went from Lisa to Lady Gaga. Dude, I don't think I've ever in my life seen something as life-changing as that Lady Gaga set. That was like a fucking Broadway show. What the fuck? Hello? Why would they put her day one? That was like low-key kind of putting it at such a high bar for the other headlining acts, dude. Holy shit. Me and the roomies, we were all staying in a fucking tent together. And the first day, we were there for day 0, and I was dying from the heat. I am not meant, this is the exact opposite environment for putangina, so like I was not vibing. I said, why am I here? Why are we doing this? Went to Lady Gaga. I said, never mind. I get it. I fucking get it. Insane. We had our jaws dropped. We were fucking gagged, bro. So day one ended with Lady Gaga. Changed my fucking life, right? We finished Lady Gaga, and that was the end of the night. We're walking back to our tent. We got led out because we followed the hive mind, and we got led out at the exact opposite side, meaning we had like a 15-20 minute walk, and we thought that the showers were going to be closed by the time we got back, so I was fast walking. And I realized, low-key can't breathe. That's crazy. That's crazy. And there were so many people being pushed up against each other as we were trying to leave that I started getting anxious. Anxiety attack plus asthma. Y'all, it was not looking good for me. And so I told my roommates, I need to go. I need to get out because one of my talents, as we all know, is running away. So I fucking ulted, and I slipped through everybody to get back to the room. The tent. I got my shit, and then I ran to the showers, and there was a line for the showers that took like 30 minutes long. But I finally make it in. I shower. I can breathe again. Whatever. I go to sleep. And I'm like, wow, I'm still kind of difficult for me to breathe. Surely I'll be fine. You guys remember that one story I told you when I was younger where I slept over at my friend's house and she had a cat, and then I woke up and I thought I was going to die, and I just kind of let it happen. I said, well, if I die, I die. Same thing happened. It's been almost a decade since that happened to me. And I woke up at around 6 a.m. because you can't wake up later than that, or you're going to wake up drenched in your own sweat, because the second the sun gets up and hits the tents that are completely insulated, it'll make the tent's temperature go from 69, 70 to 90 to 100. And you'll get like heat stroke. So I would wake up the second there's a slight shift in temperature. I wake up, I can't breathe. And I remembered that Avery had Benadryl, but he was sleeping, and I didn't want to wake him up. So I'm just laying there going like, and then I said, well, damn, I saw Lady Gaga. It is what it is. And then I just went back to sleep. Thankfully I woke up. Damn, at least I saw Lady Gaga. I'm like, well, at least I hit peak shit. But thankfully I woke up. So, stop yelling at me. It's okay, guys. I lived. That's all that matters. Who cares about what happened yesterday? We lived. That's good, right? Stop yelling at me. We lived. Stop. Close your mouth. Stop. This is what I hear. It's like the SpongeBob awakening alarm with a that's what I'm feeling like right now. Live better. What are you, my mom? Come on, chill on me. Your lungs are cooked. No, guys, don't even worry. There are no long-term effects. It's not like I've been coughing for days since Coachella or anything like that. Stop looking at me like that. You guys are so mean. Stop. You're still coughing. No, I'm not. It's an illusion. Stop staring at me. Stop. You guys are really, you know what you guys do? When you look at people like that, you know what that is? That can make a person uncomfortable or make them feel like they're wrong. Why are you making us worry? It's not like I meant to do it. You guys are acting like I did it on purpose. You guys can't get mad at me on something that I didn't even know. And, you know, I could have brought my nebulizer and I could have brought my inhaler, but I haven't had a flare of my asthma in a long time. So I thought I would be fine. And I also didn't know that the dust would be that bad. You did it on purpose. Oh, shut up. No, this guy stinks. Fine, I'll go in the corner. Fine. That'll make you feel better about yourself. Is this what you wanted? You happy now?
Oh, my good girl.
Thank God I can't hear. Thank God I can't hear that. Thank God. Hey, what do you mean? I'm right here. I'm right here. Y'all told me to leave. Y'all told me that. That was an illusion. I didn't actually cough. Anyways, I lived, but I was a little, not gonna lie, a little frightened. Because day 2 was Claro day and I really wanted to see Claro. So I said, wait, I gotta like lock in. And you guys know what we ended up doing? We had VIP, so we were able to like leave, right? We were able to leave. So I got our rental car and I took our rental car out to, we would go to Panera Bread every fucking day until we had to go back to Coachella. Because I couldn't stand the heat. I didn't want to go back until we had to go back, bro.
Numi, as an asthmatic who hardly ever has issues, I still carry my inhaler everywhere just in case. Please, for our sake, start doing the same.
Well, what I have is called sporadic asthma. The inhaler that I have is not meant to be taken many times. The way that you get the other kind of inhaler is if you have an asthma that's there more frequently. And the doctor asked if I needed that, but I never need it. So I said no, because I literally never need it. I don't fucking need it because I don't have severe asthma. And it's never been triggered. I did slightly think like maybe I should bring it, but I thought not to. That was my mistake. It's okay. I won't do that ever again. I've learned, okay? I learned. On the bright side, I lived. So we're vibing again. The video of you hitting your inhaler at Coachella. I forgot that Hobby recorded that. Because, okay, guys, day 2, I ended up before we went to Panera Bread, I went to Ralph's and I bought one of their emergency inhalers at the pharmacy. And I didn't take it yet because the amount of steroids in the ones at Ralph's are so fucking massive. Like it's so bad. Like the one that I take now, it's minor tweaking. It's a little bit of the jitters, but the one that you would get if you huff the one at Ralph's is like the equivalent of taking the albuterol in the nebulizer for like 20 minutes straight, right? But that wasn't 2 huffs, bro. I didn't take it yet. I just took like some Claritin in the meantime, and I was chilling. But then, so day 2 was a very big day for us. We were gonna meet Lonky. The crew was me, Hami, Avery, and Lonky, right? The roomies, and we were living together in that little dumbass tent, and they were doing their own thing. I think Avery was in line for Barricade to see some K-pop guys because he's a big fan of K-pop. Enhypen, I believe. And I asked him to get a fan cam of my favorite boy from Enhypen. So, he was doing his job. And then Lanky, I think, had to work because she called off. And So it was just me and Hami, because she and I have the same exact music taste. So we started out with Weezer, and then we went to Jimmy Eat World. Not gonna lie, was a little bit disappointed in Jimmy Eat World set because they were not singing my favorite songs from them. Therefore, we left a little early. Couldn't do it. So we decided to instead get some drinks, watermelon juice. I thought I would be drunk the whole entire time. Did not happen. I was so dehydrated and dying from heat stroke or whatever every single day that all I did was big back the fuck out of every single food stall that they had and drank 30 gallons of water and fruit juice. The watermelon juice they sold, that was my lifeline, bro. That was my lifeline. And so, yeah, I think the second we got there, I drank like 5 bottles of water and then I pissed for like 4 minutes straight. What do you mean not hydrating? I did everything to hydrate. Actually, all I did was hydrate. We were walking like 10 miles a day. I was drinking like 30,000 gallons of water and juice. So with every like 5 bottles of water, I would gulp down a drink of like watermelon juice. And I tried that. I was some alcohol, but I'm like, damn, I don't want this carbonated shit, man. I just give me my watermelon juice and water. I balanced it out by drinking later into the night, but I didn't really do anything crazy because I just would have a headache from the heat, so I didn't do it. You chasing the water with juice is crazy. No, they were at separate times. I'm not Asmongold. I can drink water without wanting to tweak the fuck out. Thank you very much. The beers are like $12. I did not get a Bud Light. I got this blue raspberry lemonade double shot for $18, which was ass. Like I have a White Claw and then one of those and that was my night. It was enough to get me like head bopping, you know, I'm like, yeah, good vibes only. But I don't understand. Everybody's like, we're always drunk at Coachella. We're always doing this and this at Coachella. How? What is wrong with these people? How are they doing that? These bitches are crazy. I couldn't do that. Everyone, the hate that they would give to Coachella or the things that they would say and do. How the fuck, bro? Nah, man, that's not my vibes. I could not. It was too fucking hot. They usually do more than drink. Exactly. And I'm like, how the fuck? I don't even know. You know, I don't know what a person on like drugs looks like. But I couldn't tell. I did not know who was like just normal and who was tweaking. I could not tell because it was so hot that I felt like I was tweaking 90% of the time. Also, guys, they had porta potties everywhere, stinky porta potties to go to the bathroom in, and then these other bathrooms that were air conditioned. I didn't see those till after I went to the porta potty once. I tried to go to the porta potty. It said green, meaning it's vacant. I open it. And it's like some dude tweaking out on drugs or something. And his wee-wee's out. I felt so grossed out. He was like, whoa, haha, sorry. I'm like, oh my God. And I just run into the other porta potty. And I was like, why? And then I'm sitting down and I'm next to this giant fucking wub. It's called the Yuma building. The Yuma thing where it's just this hard step techno shit, which was really fun to dance to. But when you're going to the bathroom in a porta potty, it's not as great because I'm trying to pee, and then it rattled all of the porta potties so much that all of my shit fell to the floor. It was so gross. And then I got out and I looked to the right and I saw that there were air-conditioned bathrooms. I accidentally got flashed by some man who didn't lock his fucking door. And then the funny thing is, right after I freaked the fuck out and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then I left. I heard 3 other people right behind me. The same fucking thing happened to 3 others. It would be somebody behind me that opened and he was like, whoa, sorry, man. I'm like, bro, just lock the fucking door. What are you doing? How did you let it happen 3 more times? That was intentional at that point. Yeah, maybe he wanted to be watched. Like, I had no idea what that was. Yeah, I was probably the 10th person, not the first. But, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. It is what it is. After we, Jimmy Eats World, Hami and I decide to go get some merch. This merch stand Y'all, I need to draft this really quick. I'm sorry, everybody. Flashbang warning. Flashbang warning. So I need to show you this. Okay. So it's like this tent for the merch. It's this giant like tent thing that says like merch, and like it's a giant canopy, I guess, like this. And there was a line for people that had this specific credit card, I guess. And then there's this other line with all of these people, right? Me and Homie went into this one because I have this card, and I'm like, oh my God, we got to go in the faster line. It was not the faster line. And who would have thought that in this canopy, in the corner where all the dust could go into, the most dust of the day flew into here. It was all flying into here. So I was just having to wear my bandana over my face, and I couldn't breathe. I could not fucking breathe. I was dying. I was like, it's over for me, bro. It's over. It's over. And so I remembered that I got the new inhaler from Ralph's. I say, okay, homie, it's time for me to take this inhaler. I open the inhaler. I take 2 huffs because you usually have to take 2 huffs. It's 1 to 2 depending on the severity. I was dying. I took 2. And then I'm like, wow, I can breathe, kinda. And then I look down, and I'm kind of feeling like I don't know what I felt, but I've never even felt this like this jittery when I had a nebulizer. So I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling like I'm about to like, I don't know, have a fucking seizure or something. I was like shaking a little bit. And then I look down at my hands, and they're like shaking. I was like, I'm like, oh my God, homie, I'm tweaking, homie. And then she's like, you good? I think this is like the video that she sent to Mish. I think it's before I started shaking and tweaking out, but I was like, I calmed down, but I said, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I took too much. It's over for me. And that's when I realized how powerful that one was. Made sure to only take 1 after that. Yeah, it was over. But we finally make it to the front of the line. I said, thank God we're gonna make it by the time Yo Gabba Gabba starts. I want you guys to picture this. Lonky, my neighbor, she is the most femme, like not really, would not be a Yo Gabba Gabba. You know, the Yo Gabba Gabba audience, it's something you would watch with all your friends to giggle at and be like, yeah, Yo Gabba Gabba. She was there to meet us, right? She was gonna meet us at Yo Gabba Gabba. She got there first. Imagine this grown ass 9-to-5 worker, cutie patootie, by herself. She was by herself for almost the entirety of the Yo Gabba Gabba set. She's like, oh my God, the Gabbas are here. Y'all, why is this kind of hitting? Oh my God, they brought out Thundercat. What the fuck? And we're just getting live updates from her. And then it's just me and Homie trying to get our merch, trying to get my Lady Gaga merch. And we get the most blitzed out employee, right? Bro's like, hey guys, yeah, I could check in the back for you. Goes in the back. He disappears for 15 fucking minutes, and we're just standing there. We're like, what is going on? And he comes back with no merch in his hands and says, whoa, sorry about that, guys. It was crazy back there. What do you mean? Where's the merch? And they said, oh, sorry, man, I forgot. What did you want again?
Bro Def went to smoke.
He definitely was taking a blinker. Is that what it's called? That's what he was doing. Because, what? And then he went back. This is why, y'all, I don't ever take the devil lettuce or whatever. He didn't even remember his job. We were there and we missed the almost entire Yo Gabba Gabba set because of this fucking guy. How many times did he forget? Like 2 times. He came back and he was like, you wanted the Biba Doobie shirt, right? I'm like, no, I wanted this shirt. Lady Gaga. And he said, oh, what size? I said small. He's like, okay. He leaves and comes back like 5 minutes later. He's like, I forgot. They don't have that anymore. All you could do is laugh. All you could do is laugh, dude. All you could do is laugh, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. It was so ogre, bro. It was so ogre, man. I was literally Omega lol, I guess, the whole time. But then I told him, because at this point, The inhaler didn't do anything to fix my shit. I was starting to like die. I kept sneezing. It was bad allergic reaction. I was like, I said, man, can you please hurry up? Like, I'm so sorry. I don't want to be mean. I'm so sorry. But like, I'm dying from an asthma attack, like, and my allergies. And he was like, whoa, okay. And I said, I paid already. He's like, no, you were supposed to wait for me. Yeah, whatever. He finally got us our shit. I said thanks, and then we ran over to Yo Gabba Gabba, which was everything. By the way, every venue that's separated is probably like a 5-10 minute walk. Wait, let me see if there's a map. Okay, this is it. Okay, yes, eat. Okay, so okay, boy. Yeah, the fact that I have to make it smaller just to show how big this shit is. So this day specifically. This is where I was with Hami. And we had to get here to Mojave, which is where Lonky and Yo Gabba Gabba was. So we had to walk all the way through here to get here. But before, we would be like up here, and then we'd have to walk all the way here to the Sahara. Oh my God, that shit was like 15 fucking minutes because of all the people you had to run through. And so it would be like, our days would be like Mojave, Gobi, Coachella stage, back here. I spent so much time in this area right here because this is where the watermelon juice was. I would be like, damn, time for some watermelon juice. And I just go here. And this is the Yuma, by the way. This is the bathroom that I was at where like, it was right here. This shit was rattling my fucking bones, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, we saw Yo Gabba Gabba and they were incredible. I saw Domo-kun.
Well, I be damn. Gucci! Get your ass on!
If you know, you know. Domo was one of my favorite little mascots growing up. And Domo-kun was there. Why? I don't know. I don't think he was part of the Yo Gabba Gabba squad. He just happened to be there. You know who else happened to be there? The Duolingo bird. I don't know why, but the Duolingo bird was there. It was crazy. And they got Thundercat to wear a fucking cat outfit. It was so great. Low-key, the Yo Gabba Gabba set was like the greatest set ever. Like, wait, Yo Gabba Gabba. Look at this. It was a simulation, bro. I also thought the Duolingo bird. Look, there's a banana. What's going on, y'all? What's happening? Just imagine my 9-to-5 office worker friend just being by herself watching this. That was so funny. Oh my God. But we ended up going from there to here because after this was the Charlie XCX performance. Y'all, the thing is, they will bring out guests sometimes. The one person that I knew for a fucking fact she was gonna bring out was Billie Eilish. And Billie Eilish is one of my white women of all time. I love her so fucking much. She's one of my women ever of all time. And I was so excited because they were going to be singing Guess. And you know how she sings Guess. She's talking about what she's about to do with the woman, boys. I was excited. And so I'm like, yeah, we got to watch this. And we're there. We have a beautiful spot on like this balcony looking out at the Coachella stage because we were dying from heat stroke at that point because it wasn't dark yet. And so I was not ready to like mosh. And then we were like, just wanting to relax by the sprinklers or whatever. And so we were just chilling there and bouncing and dancing. And this is also when I saw where we are right here is also where the entrance is for the people with the artist pass in quotations, because 90% of them were not artists. They were just random people that got their hands on it, or they were like TikTokers that don't sing. Okay, you see a lot of people going like, the vibes at Coachella suck. Everybody just wants to be the best. They don't even care, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm like, what are you there for? Like, I was there to listen to music. So to me, I had a great fucking time. These people are talking about, there's advertising everywhere. There's this and this and this. I'm like, just listen to music. That's the point. It's a music festival. Don't go to the other things. Just get your watermelon juice and vibe, bro. Like, that's it. Like, people who are hating on it, it's like, you're spending so much energy hating on it when you could just shake ass at the do-lab. Like, Jesus, bro, like, just dance and listen to music. That's what we're there for, you know? Like, they're like, it's full of influencers and blah, and they just don't care about it. Why do you care about what they're doing? Just go listen to music, bro. Hello? But I do agree on the fact that some of the crowds were dead. I think the main stage crowd was fine. Like all of these crowds were great, right? If you're in the GA, we would go out to dance with like regular GA because the people at VIP did not fucking dance. I don't know why, but all of these TikToker influencers, while Charlie XCX was doing backflips on the fucking stage. No, T-Pain was doing ballerina spins on the stage, right? And they would be leaving on their phones, just walking away while T-Pain is doing backflips and spinning and being a little ballerina. What? And then these are like the same fucking people. These are the same people that would be on their TikTok and being like, yeah, too many sweats at Coachella. Like it wasn't the vibe. I'm like, bro, some of the people that I saw talking shit were the same, like the fucking people that I saw on their phones walking away from the set. What? Yeah, so by the way, you would see so many random, like, I guess, like, micro celebrities in the VIP area. So, like, bro, I saw James Charles, like, 5 fucking times. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. Like, I'm, okay. Or I saw Quen Blackwell. Oh, she was so pretty in person. And you could just see a bunch of these random people. But a couple of the other ones that I saw that I thought were really cool YouTubers were also people during the sets that I saw were just walking away and on their phones the whole time. I'm like, I better not see a fucking video of you saying this shit sucked because you were not even paying attention, bro. Like, you were not paying attention. I caught your ass, bro. But why show up in the first place? Oh, dude, I found out that these people that get the artist passes are because they get brought in by a brand. So they get a full ride and everything, a paid all expenses thing to go to attend Coachella. So they go there and then they take a TikTok of them dancing and then they turn it off and then they leave. They just fucking leave. I don't know why. I'm like, bro, you're already here. Just go shake ass to fucking Claro, bro. But yeah, after Charlie XCX, right? They start. I knew that Billie Eilish was gonna be there. But then Troye Sivan just pops up. I was like, what the fuck? And I start tweaking out. No way. I'm freaking out. I said, it can't get much better than this. Fucking Lord. Oh. If anybody knows Lord, she made And You'll Never Be Royals and other songs that I really like, but that's the one that I feel like maybe you guys would know. She's the kind of artist that will drop an album and then disappear for like 10 years. So like, she's been gone. And she just randomly appeared at... Oh my God, I was tweaking. But then finally, after Lord left, Billy came on for guests. And y'all, it was insane. She comes out and she's like, and then I guess. Oh my God, I started freaking out. I was so excited for her to do the line. I was like, oh my God. Like, I have a video of it. I'll share it with you guys after I, like get rid of the part where maybe I show my face. I don't remember. But wait, I'm like, oh my God. And then she goes, sing it, crowd. Bitch. I was like, no. I pulls the mic out to the crowd. And I got so fucking mad. I got so mad. But she did like Charlie likes spice, but she knows I'd hit it. But she did do the kiss it, lick it, bite it, pull it to the side and get all up there. Oh my God. We ended up leaving Charlie's stage 10 minutes early because I had a feeling that all of the fans of Charlie XCX were also fans of Claro. So I said to the roomies, I'm like, okay guys, I'm gonna lock the fuck in. I'm getting us to the outdoor theater because this is where Claro was. This is Charlie XCX. I had to get here for Claro. I have them all hold me, like my arm, and I locked the fuck in because I had to ult again. I ulted to get us, because the crowd, I am not even kidding, guys. It was probably 100,000 people right here. So I get out and I lock the fuck in. I ult and I get us to the outdoor theater. So where, they're dancing and gurgling. Hami and Lonky were like, yeah, hey, yeah. Well, I'm like, left, right. And then I got us to the outdoor theater and we were like pretty much at barricade for Claro. I know Claro's a beautiful girl, but I hadn't really seen what she looked like since, I don't know, 2018, 2019, I don't know. So it's been a while, but I was like, wow, I'm so excited because I love Claro. She's so good for like the kind of music where you turn into a Guitar Hero NPC and you're just kind of rocking back and forth and going like, yeah, hey, yeah, feeling the music, feeling the music. So we're here So I was at the Claro set, by the way, y'all, for the funny shit that happened. I was there. I was fucking there, right? Because I was just standing there. And then they said, yeah, we have an opener for Claro. And I just kind of, I was a little confused because I didn't know that there were openers. They usually come out, do their set, and then they leave. So I was very confused. And they said, yeah, our opener, Bernie Sanders. And when they said that, I don't know why, but in my head, I thought it was a cover band. And I'm like, why is there a cover band named Bernie Sanders opening for Claro? And then the real Bernie Sanders comes out, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And it was so funny because in the video that I have, you just hear everyone around me going like, bro, what the fuck? I'm tweaking as shit, bro. Like, I'm tripping. What the fuck? Like, you just hear everybody going like, huh? What? It was so fucking funny. But comes he's like, thanks, Claro, for letting me open for you today. Me just standing there going like, bro, you know what the hell? Sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know why I really thought it was going to be like a fucking cover band, bro.
For Senator Bernie Sanders! Thank you.
But then afterwards, Claro comes out with a wine glass and like, really, with her whole crew, and then she goes up to the mic. She's like, "Thank you, Bernie." It just starts to sing. It was so fucking funny. It felt like a fucking fever dream, bro. I don't know. I had no idea what to think. I was like, I didn't remember drinking. Is this real? What's going on? I fell in love. I started imagining my life with her. I was starting to imagine my life with her. Look at this. Oh my God. I was looking at her. I said, there's no fucking way, bro. Oh my God. Why is she the prettiest woman ever? So she ended up dethroning Billie Eilish for the first time in years. So now Claro is my white woman of all time. I'm sorry to Billie. And you know what she did? She fucking finished her set with Sophia, which she never fucking sings ever. Oh my God. I was like, she's gonna do Sophia. She's gonna do Sophia. And then Lockie was like, no, she never does that. She doesn't sing Sophia. She was traumatized from Sophia. And then she's like, this is Sophia. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh my God. I started jumping. I was like, for all of her other songs, obviously they're slower songs. So I'm like closing my eyes, vibing. No, dude, Sophia, I'm like fucking jumping. I'm on a high, bro. I was high on life. I was like, oh my God, look, I think we can do it if we tried. Yeah, I looked just like that. I was like, yeah. And then after that, Homie starts bolting to Coachella main stage, going like, oh my God, Green Day. I said, girl, I'm right with you. I'm running right with you. And then we finished the night with Green Day. Oh my Lord, dude. Oh my fucking God. How can people hate on Coachella? How can you hate on, you're watching Sophia, and then you look to the left and there's Green Day. Really? Are we so for real right now, guys? What the fuck? Oh my God, it was insane. Because it's hella expensive. If you're very conscious with your money and you save early, you are very aware of what you are paying for. Although if you think about it, the average ticket for a good seat nowadays, I'm not even lying to you all. If I go to a K-pop concert, it's hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars. You know this, right? You go to a Coachella 3-day pass. It was like $450 for a weekend. And you get to see multiple artists for 3 days. When you put it that way, and you actually, I think it's worth it to go if you're a fan of multiple artists. If you're there for one person, yeah, I would get a 1 day or something, right? But if you like multiple people, you have it in your budget to go, and you're comparing it to the price of going to like one K-pop concert, yeah, it's a cool experience, right? I do think that if people would ever want to go to a festival and it's a lineup that you know like would be worth it for your money, yeah, invest in it, do it. Like we were saving for this and preparing for this since last year, so we were ready for it, you know? I think it's very worth it money wise because I had an average of spending $400 for a K-pop concert. I was so inspired by Green Day, Claro, and Biba Doobie that I said, I need to go under a new name. I need to make my name like, I don't know, fucking Juan Decimo or some shit, and then make music like them, and then get put and set at the Gobi Theater or the Sonora Theater. So I can get that artist pass. And then, well, actually, guys, my goal would be the Sonora. You know why? It's air conditioned. Or the Yuma, because it's air conditioned, which means, guys, I need to either go all to indie or I need to go hard step, dubstep, wub, wub, wub. There are two routes, boys. I go under an alt name, not Nihmune. I don't go as Nihmune. I make a new alt indie name, and then we make the cover album like a Claro Biba Doobie type picture, and okay, and we get all of the alt girlies and all of the alt guys to be a stan of this person. We create a contrived nepo baby of all time, and then we get the invite to Coachella, and then I perform for you guys, and then I make sure that it's at the Sonora so that we are all in air conditioning. I'm thinking. Agatha and the ARG. Yeah, we got to go the industry plan. We have to industry plan and create somebody, you know? I was trying to think of the vibes. Like, what if we go for the Numi 4.0 kind of general vibe, but, you know, instead of horns, I don't know, like, we put like horn headphones with a mask on to where, you know, you don't think I'm a VTuber, but you just think I'm somebody that's mysterious, that you're just trying to understand, you know? I'm built different, you know? Air conditioning doesn't fix chat stank. Hey, I told them to get mahogany teak wood, so if they wear their cologne and shower, they're fine. Yes. Always quadruple layer on the deodorant before you go to a heat festival. I applied like 30 fucking things full of deodorant. I was like, poo, poo, poo. I sprayed so much perfume. I'm like, poo, 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 poo. Because what if I accidentally bumped into Claro at the bar? Oh my God, Clara, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm Numi. I mean, I'm Agatha and the ARG. You know, I'm just kind of new here. I think you're really cool. Love your song, Sophia. So you got a thing for anime girls? Not that I'm anime or anything. You like Filipino, Asians, whatever. Hey, that's me, by the way. Yeah. Marry me? Yeah. Anyways. Big fan. But yeah, we ended it with Green Day. If you guys hear a Green Day inspired song in the June album, do not be surprised. We were hard rocking to the entire Green Day set. Not Natalie. We are not making it. We are not pushing Natalie. We are not going to push that shit. We are not industry planting Natalie, boys. Pleek. Get the hell out of here. All right. But Natalie, what about Agatha Baboingo? What else? Day 3. What was day 3? Day 3 was the latest day starting. So we were taking our sweet ass time at Panera Bread. After Panera Bread, we went over to see Biba Doobie, which girl, my girlie, my fellow Philippines, she was at Coachella main stage. I was so proud of her. She looked so cute. And then after that, I think we went to see Jenny. Yeah, and then after Jenny, we went to see Megan Thee Stallion, which was fucking insane. By the way, they cut her off mid-performance, and you could hear that in the live stream, but we didn't hear anything. It just cut off, and we were like, what's going on? And then we just had to leave. But yeah, it was still fantastic. But we ended up going from Megan Thee Stallion to Zed, of course. Gotta always go to Zed for clarity because it changes your life no matter what. Saw clarity. And then I went to fucking Post Malone to get a video for Lily. Wait, I think I have that video. I can show it to you guys on Sunday when I get the audio fix. But that's the only day I think I had any kind of drunk in me was for Post Malone. like I was just a little bit tipsy, but I was at the point where I was saying silly things. And I was like, hey, Lily, I'm drunk. Here's a video. Okay, bye. And then that was it. Because I needed to get a video for it. I think that's when I started to message you guys because my friends went to the Sahara for XG. But yeah, and guys, nobody told me that Post Malone was changing everything to country. I thought it was going to be his album of country music, which was fine, whatever. But I thought he would sing his originals, how they were going to be sung, but he turned them into country. I couldn't do it. I think I got through like 5 or 6 songs and I turned around and I saw a group of people square dancing. I couldn't do it. I had to leave. I left and then I got a headache. And I'm making my way over to the Sahara. I think this is when I started messaging you guys. I was like, yo, I'm by myself. I hope I can find them. I didn't find them. If you guys were wondering what happened, I didn't find them. Because they were not where they told me they were. And the connection died, so I had no idea where they were. Because I told them where to meet me, and they decided to not go where I told them to meet me. They were like, no, we moved. I think I was like around here when some guy hit on me, and then I think I messaged you guys, be like, guys, what do I do? I'm gonna message you guys so people stop talking to me. And then I got over to the Sahara, and there was a dust bowl cloud that smacked me in the face. I couldn't find them, and then I got a headache, and so then I left. I was like, okay, bye. And then, yeah, I did just walk past like nothing happened. And then I walked back to the room, the tent to not shower, but pack up so that we could drive home. And then they were like, I'm sorry, we moved. I'm sorry, we can go get you. I'm like, no, my head hurts too bad. So then I took Excedrin, and then I laid there and I was like, we packed up and we dipped at 1:40 in the morning to drive home. Did I have slave fits for Coachella? Oh my God, like some random celebrity complimented one of my outfits. I didn't know who the fuck he was. And I think he like stopped and was looking at me expectantly. Like, I think he wanted me to recognize who he was. I didn't know who he was, but I did say thank you. Because he was in the little celebrity nepotism area. Guys, if anybody wants to know if VIP is worth it, it's worth it for this and this, but that is it. Everything else, no, it's not fucking worth it, because I thought if I had VIP, we would get a little barricade area to look at the concert, because that's usually what you fucking get if you get VIP. No, this was like GA plus, that's what that was, where you just get a good bathroom, watermelon juice, and vibes, because they turned all of the barricade here into the like artist VIP. So you were only able to get barricade front stage if you were either I think there was an even smaller little area for celebrities, actual like big celebrities like Justin Bieber and shit, and Timothy Chalamet. But if you're not them, the rest of it is just the other artists. And then after that is just GA. And then if you're VIP, this is where you would go, which it makes it look close, not close at all. So if you're going there expecting to have a good spot for the show, no, that's not a thing. It was only artists, friends, and family. Oh no, one of our friends got artists just because she knew somebody that worked there. It's not even friends and family. It's just if you know somebody, you're in. Or if you get sponsored, you're in. You don't even have to be a friend or family. Yeah, it's just random people, bro. If you get VIP, you should be backstage. I just think there should have been a little area for VIP people to be able to be close to the stage, because then I would have truly been able to experience the Lady Gaga vibes. But time to get sponsored. No, we don't need to get sponsored. We just need to push the industry plan to get us at the Sonara. Guys, this is the plan. We just need to get to the Sonara. Guys, I went on a toll road at 2 a.m. It was pitch black and foggy. That was the scariest thing in my life. That was fucking horrifying. And I got to try a Honda CR-V because I'm trying new cars, because I'm thinking of buying a car before the tariffs can potentially make it difficult for me to buy a car. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a car. I need to get a car. But I don't think it really matters too much if you get it used. So I'm probably gonna get one used. But the CR-V, that's the first time I enjoyed driving, y'all. I used to rent like the Mercedes, because why would I buy a Mercedes? The depreciation value on that is fucking absurd. So I would never get one, but I loved to drive it. This is the closest thing to feeling as good as I felt when I drove that Mercedes, right? But I want there to be more seats so I can bring Bao and friends when they come over. So I'm thinking of trying like a Toyota next, a hybrid. But yeah, that was Coachella. That was where I was. I got back home and I still could not breathe. And I'm slowly getting my breathing back, but I was worried I'd have to go to the doctor. I got my nebulizer stuff, so we're chilling.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm Numi, and you're watching Numi channel. And then you put me drawing it like, oh, I'm doing it.